Oh, let me put the questions. Okay, hello.
Hi.
Hi. It's nice to meet you. My name's
Yeah.
Raven, and I'm the leader of Nurse Clan. I wanted to interview people from US1 server, and you volunteered. So to start,
Yeah.
let's get an introduction.
Hi. I go by Rat or Ratatouille City.
And are you in a clan?
I was a part of Grimm. I was
Oh,
gonna
okay.
transfer to 1337, but I decided not to.
How long have you been playing Day of Dragons?
I've been playing for a while, ever since it came out. I believe I got it very early on.
Wow.
And there are ASD spitting right now.
Oh my god. Ignore the big lizards. It'll be okay.
Yeah, it'll totally be okay.
I
It'll
think
be
they're
all right.
taking care of it. Look at oh my
Yeah.
god. All
They're
right.
running away. Oh my god.
And if you had to estimate, like, how long ago was that? Because I've only been playing for a month.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I started playing in 2021, maybe 2022. It's been a while. I've been in this game for a little bit. So,
Oh,
yeah.
okay. So at least 1 year, at least.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, pretty cool. And what is your favorite species of dragon that is currently available in the game?
My favorite species, it's a fine line between ASD and Shadow Scale.
Okay, and why is that?
I just really like the cloaking aspect, and I also like running around and shooting people with acid.
True, true. Okay.
It's very fun.
And out of all the species, what is your favorite skin?
My favorite skin, it has to be Broken Nebula or Aurora, for SS.
For
And
SS?
yeah, and on ASD, I definitely think that my favorite is Tainted.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very nice skin, or Oro, so.
Yeah, I saw the Overo and it was funny because they kind of look like little cows.
Yeah.
They're really cute, so I can
The
see.
the FS Overo looks like a zebra.
Yeah, that, yes, it's so pretty. I think on my previous video when I first started playing, one of the people that like mainly took care of me and helped me was a zebra. So
It's funny, we call them zebras because they're carnivores.
yes,
Yeah.
I love how they all have an official name, but we all have nicknames like Gummy Shark.
Yeah.
It does look like a
You
gummy
just-
shark. All right, and then what is your favorite activity in Day of Dragons?
My favorite activity, it has to be flying around. I just like flying. It's really nice.
Flying? I agree. Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree. The flying aspect of this game is very, very unique.
Yeah, I think that the reversal of the flying thing, like with the keys, I think that's pretty nice.
Mm-hmm.
I play a lot on US2 and on US1. PvPing is pretty cool.
Let's see. So you said your favorite activity was flying.
Yeah.
When first learning how to fly as a juvie, how many times did you crash?
Probably it's been a while. Probably I think I got the hang of it because I play a lot of games that revolve around flying. I really like flying just in general.
Yeah.
I don't think I crashed too many times, but I definitely had a struggle flying in between the trees, which I'm definitely better
Yeah.
at now.
Mm-hmm.
I practice sometimes on the deathmatch server. So, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's always like a good thing to do. Is just hop in there and practice.
Yeah, same thing with fighting.
Yeah. And have you ever drowned in the lake?
So I haven't drowned myself, but you can't drown yet, but you can get stuck in it, like especially if you know the thing or something.
I've seen people get stuck.
It was really funny the first time I saw someone stuck in there.
It's
I
so
sent
funny.
them out, flew over them a few times.
It's so funny. It kills
so-
me every time I see it. I'm just like, how did you
I
end
just
up in
feel a
there?
little bad. I feel a little bad. Sometimes I'm pretty sure I got close to doing it once. When I was on my phone and I was flying over to Island to meet my friends, but I swerved for some reason.
Mhm.
I don't think I had my hands on the controls, and then when I looked up, I was so close to the lake.
Oh my god.
But I didn't actually land in it, so I was okay.
Yeah, I've had really close calls, and I have landed, like, on the deathmatch server, I have landed in the water while practicing PvP, but I've never actually, like, gotten so stuck where it takes me, like, a long time to get out. But I'm flying over, I've seen people in the water, which is so funny.
Yeah, with the new Biolumin dragon, you're gonna be able to, like, hover out of the water, like, if you're stuck in there, you can just hover, because it has this little hovering ability, so it can eat the, flowers, and I think it's really cute.
That is really cute. And that actually leads me to my next question, which is, what are you most excited about for the upcoming patch 1.0?
I'm so excited for the Biolumin and the Blitz Striker. I like the little snake
Oh,
thingy.
the snake, yeah.
And the Biolumin, it's pretty good for tracking and scouting because it can make you glow, right?
Yeah.
And the skins, I'm pretty sure they all have unique little glowing patterns
Mm-hmm.
when they are hit with their spit. So I'm so excited for it, and I cannot wait. if you check in the official Discord server, they had closed the official server channels.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm pretty sure it's gonna be soon, anytime now.
It has to be because I'm in the since I'm a Patreon, I'm in the testing. I don't know if you have access to the testing channels.
I don't.
But they've been posting a lot of updates recently for completing a lot of the stuff that they have on the roadmap, and putting it in the Patreon so you can see videos of things. So it seems like they're completing a lot of projects that they've been working on. So it actually would not surprise me if they came out within the next month or two.
I'm so excited. I'm
definitely. Yeah, I know they confirmed it to be in the first half of the year, but I don't think it's going to take all the way to the half waypoint.
Yeah, I don't think it'll go to May.
Yeah, I think everyone's kind of like itchy right now. Like it's definitely you can feel it.
Everyone's so excited.
Yeah, you can feel it in the air.
There was a stream where the main developer of this game gave out creator skins. I don't know if you know what those are yet.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, they're coming out for the content creators.
Yeah.
And the content creators get like the access to codes. So I'm super excited for that.
Yeah, I'm excited too, and I'm actually going to be applying to be a content creator. So wish me luck.
Yeah. It's not that hard. All you need is 250 subscribers and stuff, and you need to post like a Day of Dragons video once a month. So
yeah, definitely. They're very friendly and very nice and supportive for people who like want to create content on this game, which is really nice. So I definitely will look forward to that. And this is my last question. If you could provide any tips for new or future players of Day of Dragons, what would you tell them?
So one thing I see people dying from is the crabs that are in the forest. When you're a Hatchie, you can die from those, and it's really unfortunate. But a good tip is to run around them, not stand in one spot so they can hit you. Give them little passing not love bites, but bites, and you should be able to kill it pretty soon. I've seen dozens of tiny little SS bodies in the forest. It's so sad, but
definitely, I agree. I was very fortunate when I first started playing that I was told, how to do it. But I've seen, you're right, so many Hatchies actually die from the crabs.
It's terrible. It's so sad. It's so heartbreaking.
That's good advice though, because not everyone knows that, and not everyone has friends or a clan to help them when they first start playing the game.
Yeah, most people are alone. It's sad.
Definitely. So hopefully, if one of them are watching this video, they'll know that when they go in.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it was an absolute pleasure speaking to you. I'm so glad we were able to do this, and thank you so much for volunteering for the interview.
Yeah, it's an absolute honor to help you make a video.
Absolutely, and I'll definitely I'll let you know when I post it so you can actually watch it.
All right. Bye.
All right, bye-bye. It's nice to meet you. My name is Raven. I'm the leader of Nurse Clan. I wanted to interview people from the US 1 server about Day of Dragons. To start, let's get an introduction from you. Just what is your name?
Well, hi, I'm Tinuiell, and I'm playing on US 1 for like 3 months now.
Nice. And are you in a clan?
No. I actually got asked by a few to join them, but I don't think I'm gonna. Maybe one day.
Maybe, yeah. I feel like it's more wise to kind of play on your own before making a decision like that. And let's see. And I know you already answered this before, but how long have you been playing Day of Dragons?
Yeah, I think about the same time as I started on US 1. I mean, I had like 1 week of just joining random private servers because I didn't know how the server stuff worked on this game. Then like I had one dragon on US 4 because it was really populated, but I'm not much of a PvP player, but I got really bored on the PvE server because it's just so easy to survive.
Yeah.
There's enough food if you're looking for some, if you're not like at Arch or at the Big Rock. So I was like, hey, what else can I do? And then
Yeah, I feel like they should definitely add more challenges for like PvE servers, which I think is what they're doing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For example, the players versus elementals.
Oh yeah, the elementals.
I have no idea what that's gonna be, but I think they wanted to make a showcase on that sometime. I don't know when.
Yeah, I hope soon, because I saw that like it would be like a playable thing, which would be so cool.
Yeah, because it would finally be like people not just ganging up on other people, but on like bigger AI.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, maybe the Sand Slayer would be a cool thing too.
Oh, the sand. Yeah, I've seen a few clips of that. I think I was actually in a testing server when they had one come out, and it was really big.
Damn it! Because I was on the test server too for the stress test, but it just didn't show up. There was
Yeah.
always the rumbling underground, and it was like, yeah, it's gonna come up any second now, but then it didn't.
Yeah, I can't remember if it was like the stress test or if it was before that. I'm not entirely sure. It might have been the stress test, but I think they had it up for a very brief second and then everyone killed it. They had so many people. All right, next question. What is your favorite species of dragon that is currently available in Day of Dragons?
You mean like aesthetically or like play-wise?
However you'd like to answer.
Like, I love the concept of FS, like the Flamestalker, but on PvP it's hard to grow one because like I mostly grow at BR and I don't know how things are now because I haven't been on in like a week and there's only 13 people on right now, so it's empty enough to grow one. But most of the time, the places I'm growing FS, it's hard to sustain it. And like if you reach adult, it's like if you're a smaller dragon, people don't consider you a threat as much as if you are FS. As FS, I always get asked who.
Oh, yeah.
Who are you? What are you doing here? No, this is our territory.
Go away.
And there's like this really small, frustrating skip between reaching Juby stage and being able to fly. You're basically a walking snack. Like, you're already the size of an adult SS, so prime snack size, but you can't really defend yourself because sure you can try to flame them, but from the ground you can't really do much.
Yeah, that's true. Especially if you get run over. You know, it's kind of hard.
So like for the time you have to grow it, it's kind of. I try to not get attached to dragons because I end up losing them either way. But on FS it's kind of frustrating because it just takes so long.
It does, yeah. It feels like you invested a lot of time and then you lose it. It's more hard hitting.
So playstyle wise, I'm just most of the time I'm ASD because you're already pretty mobile as hatchling. You can just speed everywhere.
Yeah, it's hard to catch
and
you.
And it's low maintenance.
Yeah, exactly. I like ASD too because it does feel like you can just kind of go everywhere and you don't really feel like, you know, you're out in the open or like you're gonna get attacked or anything, and because you can just run away if that's the case.
Yeah. Also, like, I can't do it right now because I'm not adult yet, but the ASD 6 call, like the care one.
Oh, yeah, it's so cute. The one where they're like purring. Oh my gosh. I love that. I hope like every like species gets their own like set of like affectionate gestures. I feel like that's really cute.
Yes.
All right, next question. Oh, I died. Wait, what?
I think you died first.
Okay.
I was like, oh no, that's flowers. That's not red.
That is so funny. Hold on. Oh my gosh, that is so funny.
I'm just gonna cannibalize you if that's okay.
Yes, please make use of my body. All right. Sorry for the interruption. I died. So next question is, what is your favorite skin?
Oof. On which dragon?
Anyone.
Oh god. That's a good question. Like, I really like Leum skin a lot, but the thing is, at first I liked it a lot, but then all the people I've met that had Leum skins killed me. And were like, it's always the people with Leum skins that are like really PvP.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, why? You're so pretty.
Yeah, I think it's also because most people kill loom skins because they're so easy to see. So if you see an adult one, it's probably because they survived and they're a PvP god.
Yeah, that's fair. But like apart from that, I really like Lava Flow on FS.
That one's a good one too.
SS, I don't know. I mean, Crimson is pretty. But maybe Forest Moon.
Forest Moon, yeah. I like the what's it called? It's called It's the green one with green tips. It's really pretty. It's like Aurora.
You did the all green one? I think
Yeah.
that's Aurora.
It's really pretty. All right, next.
Oh, is it Northern Lights?
Oh, Northern Lights. Oh, yes, that's what it's called. Oh, I love that one.
one.
It's so pretty. Because you don't really see a lot of like all green skins, so when the first time I saw it, I got really excited. And it's just really pretty. I love green, so it's I'm biased. All right, next question. What is your favorite activity to do in Bay of Dragons?
It gets me killed a lot, but like when it was still a little bit more chill, I loved just sitting at VR and chatting with people, like basically Dragon VR chat. I hate to have butchered the game like that, but it was great.
Yeah.
Basically, the rest of the time I was just like helping people grow after I've grown enough to go hunting for bugs. And sometimes I like to play taxi, but like playing taxi is the thing I do when I feel like doing risky stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
Because most of the times you gotta go places or pass through places that are like clown stuff.
Yes, very dangerous. I mean, that's what we were doing, was like taking care of babies and flying them around and stuff, but it gets our people killed very often.
Yeah.
All right, next question. This one is one of my favorite questions. When first learning how to fly as a juvie, how many times did you crash?
Ooh, that's a good one. Because like the first time I reached juvie, it was on a private server. And I was in Redwoods. Like, I managed to take off, but I instantly crashed on a tree. I don't know. I mean, like, I probably crashed a lot on the trees until I got out of there, but I don't know how many times.
No, I didn't
mean, I managed to take off.
Yeah.
But I don't know, like...
I didn't mean like a specific number. I just meant like, was it a lot or only a little bit? Or you got on like immediately, like you knew how to do it.
Like, I didn't... I mean, if I start a game, I always like read the controls through, so I know what button does what. So I knew how to get up, and I inverted the pitch thing, so W is up for me and S is down, because it was really bugging me. And then it kind of worked. Like, the most times I've not managed to take off was because of the flight bug where your tail gets stuck in the ground. That's also my number one reason of death, because I don't manage to take off because I get stuck.
Yeah, I think for me it was just not understanding that when you're first doing it, like as a juvie, you don't press F immediately. You have to wait until you're falling and then you press F. You can't just like jump and press F like right away unless you're fully grown.
Yeah, that's the fun thing. I thought you just couldn't do it until adult. I was like, yeah, my jumps are getting bigger, but I don't quite manage. Okay, let's...
Yeah, I was
and
really
then
confused.
I just kept holding space instead of pressing F. I just later learned that you have to press F if you want to take up earlier.
Oh my gosh. I had other people try to help me, and they just sat and watched as I kept failing. I kept falling. It was funny. I just couldn't take off. Yeah. All right, so my next question is, have you ever... I know technically you can't actually drown, but have you ever drowned in the lake or like fallen and gotten stuck at the bottom of that lake?
I mean, I haven't gotten stuck in the lake. The closest I got to dying on the lake is when I got abducted from BR as a hatchling ASD and then dropped on the island.
Oh my gosh.
I actually managed to swim all the way over to the other side of the lake before I was dying of hunger or thirst. But that's like the closest I've gotten to dying on water.
That's so mean. They just dropped you off an island.
That's actually grieving, and I later learned that that's called grieving and like against TOS.
Yeah.
Like the game rules, but I guess I survived.
Oh my gosh, I didn't know that was against the rules, but because I was gonna say that's really mean.
I just called it an island vacation.
It's really mean to do that, because then they're just kind of stuck there, like, and they can't do anything about it.
Yeah, I mean, the only food source you got on the island is like that one food shroom that spawns there.
Yeah.
but not like the red ones, but like the special ones.
Yeah, I don't think those.
But they
do those
take
feed
really
you?
long to respawn, so I don't know if that
Oh.
counts.
Yeah, yeah, you probably die before you could get enough food from
Yeah,
it.
I think they take like 1 hour
Oh.
or maybe 40 minutes.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know if they have the same time as Elder's Shroom, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, I'm going to as well because my hunger is at 100.
What?
Yeah.
No, don't die.
Uh-oh, I might die. Don't die.
No.
Oh!
Oh no. I can eat you.
Okay, yeah. Oh yeah, definitely anyway. I'm just gonna do the rest of this interview as audio because I'm not gonna make you run around. What are you most excited about for the upcoming patch 1.0?
I mean, at first I was like really excited about the new map, but that's getting postponed because of Unreal Engine 5 is like still having some issues.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess it's like Inferno is great, but I kind of want to try the Blitz because we didn't get to test that on the test server. But I don't know if that will come with 1.0.
It's true. I think.
But like the clan versus clan servers, that sounds really good.
It does. I was talking about
Because-
that earlier.
Yeah, because like you can just grow and do your existence stuff while the clans do their PvP stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
And if you feel like PvP one day, like maybe if I get good enough on deathmatch, I might actually join a clan on that one.
Yeah,
if I ever.
Yeah, I feel like it's like a mix of PvP and PvE together in like a really smart way.
That's gonna solve like all of the problems.
I know. I agree. I definitely agree. And then like if you're in a clan, you just want to take a break from PvP, you don't have to leave the server, you just leave the clan for a little bit.
Yeah.
Alright, last question. If you could provide any tips for new or future players of Day of Dragons, what would you tell them?
Start on an unpopulated or a PvE server to get into it first. And if you want to try PvP, I recommend growing dragons when there's few people on. Because if you met someone, they might still kill you, but the chance of meeting someone that might kill you is just lower if there's nobody on.
Yeah, don't do what I did.
Yeah.
I was extremely lucky.
And like growing in populated areas like BR and R is only a smart move if you know that the players that are currently there are friendly.
True.
Because sometimes it's just, and even sometimes if they are friendly, it's just so overpopulated there that there is no food or not enough food that the friendly people will turn to eating you for food.
Yeah. It gets chaotic real quick.
Yeah.
It takes one hungry dragon.
Or maybe just one chaotic.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
true chaotic. Maybe even chaotic evil. Because they are like, oh no, there's so many poor hatchlings needing food and there's no bugs anymore around. Guess I just kill all the hatchlings for food, even though there's no hatchlings that need food anymore if I kill all the hatchlings for food.
True.
Like, they try to resolve it, but it's an interesting way to resolve it.
Yeah, they get rid of the problem altogether.
Yeah.
Killing the hungry people.
There's nobody dying of hunger if everybody's already dead.
That's true. Can't die of hunger if I kill you.
Yeah.
That's funny.
And
oh my
like
gosh.
number one thing that can save you if you're not in a clan that's in any trouble is just talking in local with the people that are there.
Yeah, yeah. A lot of times, local, like being social, can actually save you in this game.
Yeah, I've talked my way out of so many things that could have killed me.
Same.
Like, I was on SS with crafted skin, so obviously they thought, oh no, it's a crafted skin, they have to be a clan person.
Mm-hmm.
But I was just gifted that act from a friend for helping upstart. And and it was like, oh hi, so many people, how are you? And like it was mid-flight and they were ganging up behind me, so 6 versus 1, and they were like, "Oh, hi Tin, it's you, how are you doing?" I'm like, "Oh god, that could have killed me, but I'm not gonna say anything about that."
That's funny. I've talked my way out of a few situations as well. Like, I swear, especially when I first started playing, I swear if I wasn't like talking, I would have been dead like immediately.
Yeah, like most importantly, when they ask who in local chat,
Yeah.
it won't save you if you say who you are in global chat. because most people, I don't know why, either they don't read global chat or they are not looking for the answer in global chat.
Right.
Anyway, just answer the question best in the chat it was asked, as
True.
nobody knows who you're talking to.
That's very good advice. I wish they would have it to where it just like didn't exist, like no chat, unless it was clan chat. I feel like it'd be
That would
really
be interesting.
Yeah, because you would have
Or
to
maybe,
communicate
like-
with emotes.
Yeah, oh god. Like actual Dragon RP,
Yeah.
only communicating with growls.
Or like crouching up. You know how you do the spam crouch to say you're friendly?
Yeah, the sneak and unsneak.
Yeah.
Like, boop, boop.
Yeah. That'd be funny because everyone would have to do that. And then like you'd have to kind of use your instincts to tell if someone's not friendly or not. And then a fight would break out if you're not sure.
Oh god.
But anyways, thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it. I've only had a few people actually like reach out to do interviews, which is really surprising, but one of them is an admin, so I am putting that in the title so that people click
yes.
it. I'm like, I interviewed an admin from Dragons, and I'm hoping that gets a lot of clicks because my other video is doing really well. Yeah, it has like 12,000 views, and I put it up 2 weeks ago. I'm like, whoa, where did that come from? And then I got like over 200 subscribers in a couple of weeks, and I don't know where these people came from, but it's doing really well. So, and then someone demanded another Day of Dragons video, and I was like, I'll just do interviews.
I demand.
They literally were like, they didn't say anything nice. They weren't like, nice video, I like your video, oh, blah, blah, blah. They just went, make another one. And I said, okay. It was so funny. I showed my boyfriend, I was like, this person didn't even comment. They just said, make another Day of Dragons video. And that was it. It was so like threatening. Like, I don't know. It was so funny.
Gun to the head.
Yeah, like make another one. So I told him like, okay.
I demand content.
Yeah. I know, exactly. It's so funny. Like, give me more. It's so funny.
Fuel my addiction.
Yeah, I need more. I need more content. But yeah, I appreciate you. And if you ever need anything, just let me know. And when I do actually edit, when I'm done editing the interviews and I post it, I will let you know in Discord as well.
Oh yeah, maybe you can put it in the, the I forgot the name of it. The creator content video stuff on the official.
I'm very close to actually getting the content creator tag. So
wait, you can actually just post videos in there if you have the tag?
Yeah, I mean, if you get the role, there's a few requirements. You have to have a certain number of subs and like I think some views on videos, and you have to post a Day of Dragons video once a month or something. But as long as you do that, you get the content creator role, and then you can post like content creator videos.
Oh, I thought everybody could post.
No. You have to be
in that channel.
You
can
like
what if people just want to make a short meme?
Oh no. I think like they have a channel where you can share, like, because I did that before. They have a channel where you can share videos, like anyone can, like if you made it. But they also have a separate specific content creator video for people who are like verified as like content creators for Day of Dragons. And I'm really, really close to being one, so I'm excited.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, they have like Call Me Pancake
congrats.
And stuff.
Nice.
Yeah, and I think, what's his name? Infomnia? I forget his YouTube name, hold on. He makes a bunch of like the Isle videos, and he also did Day of Dragons. Oh, the YouTuber, his name is Anthomnia. He's really, I like his stuff. It's funny. He's usually like running and screaming from something. So it's entertaining. I definitely recommend like looking at it. Yeah. Yeah. I was touched because like people were so nice on my video, and like one person was like, "Oh, you're so funny." I was like, "I don't think I am, but like if you say so." They were just like really sweet. So it kind of inspired me to keep going, and hopefully one day I'll be a YouTuber. So I can quit my job. That's
the dream.
That's the dream. The American dream. Hello.
Hi.
Hi. I promise I'm not scary.
Promise I'm not as scary as I sound.
Nice, you're fine. And
Apologies for the accent. I was born with it.
Oh no, you're fine. We have so many people in my clan that are from so many different places, so it's actually really interesting to meet people who speak differently.
Wonderful.
Yeah, and my questions are meant to be really chill, so don't worry about that either.
Excellent. I was a little bit worried. You're like, can I interview you? I was like, I'm not going to answer any
Oh
questions.
no.
Like, you know,
Yeah, I
what's
totally
the new
understand.
skin system? I can't tell you that.
No, I just saw that you were sitting on the rock, and I was like, oh, this is a great opportunity. Because this is actually where we were hosting the last interview like 2 seconds ago, and I saw you, and I was like, oh, it would be so cool to get like a perspective from an admin who plays on this server. So.
Oh, easy.
All right. So to start, it's nice to meet you. My name is Raven, and I'm the leader of Nurse Clan. I wanted to interview people from the US1 server, and you volunteered. Actually, you didn't volunteer. I asked you.
Yeah. I didn't really have an option in this.
Nope,
There's actually a gun to my head right now.
I am forcing you to do this. To start, let's get an introduction. What is your name?
So I am the official server admin Slitherriss.
Alright.
Many people know me, unfortunately.
Unfortunately. All right, perfect. And as an admin, are you actually allowed to be in a clan, or are you clanless?
So on our admin accounts, we're not permitted to be in a clan.
Gotcha.
There is an admin clan. I'm not in it. I'm
What?
actually not in. I'm actually not in the official admin clan because the TCs of the official admin clan are never online when I'm online.
Oh my goodness, shame
So
on
I've actually
them.
never been added. I've never been
Oh my
added to the
goodness.
official admin clan.
You know
But there
what?
is an admin clan. Apart from that, we can be in as many clans as we want on any of our other accounts. It's just that our admin account cannot be. This question comes up a lot. So
Mhm.
I'm actually the chieftain of YDCA, which is a
Ah.
clan on AU7. That clan is actually going to be 12 months old soon. I'm very proud of it.
Oh, very nice. And what was the clan name? It was
YDCA.
YDCA. Perfect.
It's the Young Dragons Care Association. It's
Aw.
a play on words from the song.
Yeah, that's actually really cute.
Well, yeah, it was founded a long dramatic history. I'm not going to get into the politics of AU7, but it was founded because AU7 is a small server, and a lot of people go there to learn the game. It's an empty server, so a lot of people go there to learn.
Yeah.
And we figured that we would find a clan, and that clan is basically dedicated to flying across the map and teaching people how to play the game on a server that's quiet.
That is so wholesome and interesting that you
It's been a
have
journey.
done that. Yeah, really, honestly, kudos to you for doing that. That's actually really nice. I feel like there are, as many resources that we can give to new players, then, if we can do that, we should, because it's tough, especially on PvP servers.
Well, the unfortunate thing is, like, players who join US1, like, I see it all the time as an admin, normally their first experience is not ideal.
Right,
And
right.
it's not the best thing to have someone join a game and, like, it's not even just this one, any game you play for the first time. If nobody helps you to learn it, then you typically just kind of don't want to play it anymore, and that's a shame, because this game is
true.
developing quite well, and it's really going to turn out to be quite a nice game.
That's true. I was very, very fortunate that my first experience was so positive. And since then, I've learned a lot about the server and the game itself, and I've decided to stick to it and do my best, but definitely can see where my first experience could have gone very, very wrong.
If you really want to regret asking a server admin for interviews, I remember seeing you. I see your name quite often on US1.
Wait,
and,
really?
Yeah, I see your name quite often on US1, both when I'm on my player accounts and on my admin account. So I keep an eye on every player as best as I can, and you've been doing really well.
Thank
your
you.
corpse tags amuse me sometimes.
Don't say that.
I have a distinct memory of seeing Corpse of Raven, but it's 3 times next to each other in the same spot.
Stop! I'm. I didn't know you could see that. I didn't know you could see that. That's so embarrassing.
Yeah, we can see corpse tags. So you know how before a corpse turns into gore?
Yeah.
We can see the tag of whose body it is.
You're exposing me. You're exposing me. I can't believe
it's not just you, it's everyone.
I know.
It leads to some amazing comedy. It leads to some amazing comedy watching someone die at a hatchling pond only to watch them respawn and walk out. No, it happens more often than you think. They die at a hatchling pond, respawn, and then just walk up to their corpse and sit there staring at it. You're just gonna have to not laugh. You're just gonna have to not say anything.
Like PTSD flashbacks of like what
They're
just
staring
happened.
at their That's so funny.
Oh my god, I'm crying. That's so funny. I didn't even I
man.
did not know that you could see that. I just learned something. That is so funny. My chest hurts. I'm laughing. Oh my god.
Oh,
All right.
man.
Well, I'm
sorry
gonna
to derail your interview.
No, that's okay. I'm so glad that you told me.
me.
The next question is, how long have you been playing Day of Dragons?
So I'm an original Kickstarter. So I've been
Ah.
playing since the desert map, actually.
Oh.
Good times. I remember all the wonderful bugs and every fun fact that has happened since then.
How long, since I've only been playing for about a month now, how long ago was it whenever they first kickstarted the game? When you started
The game
playing?
kickstarted in 2019. So it
2019?
kickstarted in October 2019, and it finished its Kickstarter in December. And roughly around December to January is where we got that first kind of alpha build.
Wow. So you've been playing for about 3 or 4 years now.
Yeah, roughly.
Pretty cool. All right, let's see. And what is your favorite species of dragon that is currently available in the game?
Oh, it's Flamestalker. It's always been Flamestalker.
And why is that?
I'm very biased. My hatred of SS's goes back to the Kickstarter days.
Oh, okay. So you just like them not because it's anything specific, just because you don't like the other one.
No. So I'm, in case you couldn't tell, I'm a big Dragon fan. So much so that I admin for this game.
Right.
The lowest of the low. So no, FS has just always been more. I just enjoy it. You know, like SS is great and you can be sneaky, but I've never been good at glass cannons.
Right.
So FS just fits my kind of brawler style of playing a lot better.
Yeah, they're very, very tanky.
Yeah, I played IR a bit and I kind of enjoyed it, but I didn't like how like lunky and slow it was. So I like the middle ground.
Yeah, that makes sense actually.
ASD is really fun, but it's just too little health, very easily killed. So I'll play it if I have a pack, but if not, then I'd rather play an FS.
Yeah, I do feel like ASD definitely, if you're planning to do something, definitely best to be in a pack with other ASDs. All right, and out of all species of dragon, what is your favorite skin?
Ooh, favorite skin. That's hard. Charred Embers is really pretty on ASD.
Yeah.
SS I really like Broken Nebula, only because it's the most unique. Like, it's probably the only skin I look at it and go, that's a Broken Nebula. Every other one I'm like, what is that?
Yeah, definitely it's very unique and
is
you
it
can just
black
spot
with
it.
Purple tips? What is this?
Yeah.
You hold up the color tone next to it.
Right.
No, that one has a light blue belly, but that one doesn't. Difference.
Yeah, sometimes the differences are like very minute and kind of hard to see.
And then on FS, oh, that's difficult. I have 11 accounts. So
oh my goodness.
Yeah, I have 11 accounts, so on FS I have pretty much all the skins. I really, like, I'm biased, so I'm a gray skin holder. Lumelon will always be my favorite. But I think out of all like the crafteds, Lava Ash is definitely close to my heart.
Yeah, I just saw that one recently.
Apart from that, yeah, no, nothing else really comes to mind. Lava Ash is definitely the next best.
Okay, perfect. I just actually saw Lava Ash recently and really liked it. So some of our clan members were discussing like crafting skins and stuff like that, and a lot of them wanted the Lava Ash.
It's like it's subtle but nice. It's got a really nice detailing, but it's not as vibrant as Overo.
Definitely. And what is your favorite activity in Day of Dragons?
My favorite activity. What do you mean?
Like, what do you spend your... I know you're an admin, so... but, like, what do you spend your time doing?
My favorite activity is laughing at corpse tags. What are you talking about? We've covered this.
I knew that was coming. I knew that was coming.
My favorite activity? This is an unpopular opinion. I enjoy eldering FSs.
Eldering?
Yeah. No, just FSs specifically. I've actually never eldered an SS or an ASD.
Okay.
I don't like putting my time into things like that when I barely play them.
Right.
So I just enjoy the process of eldering an FS. It takes a long time, but I quite enjoy it. But I also enjoy sitting in Ravine and just, especially on AU7, which is a dead server.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest. Especially on AU7, just sitting there and being like, someone is going to have a bad day if they come here. Because the only reason like, on AU7 it's always like it's a coin flip, right? You're either you've flown there because you've never seen the map before, or you've flown there to come get those shrooms. Either way, you're gonna have a bad time if I find it.
True, I know on US1 it's hard. Yeah, I know. Like on US1 it's so hard because the top clans are protecting those areas. So unless you have like an inside way of getting permission, it's really hard.
My elder I have one elder FS on US1. If you've ever heard someone ask me about the big boy, that's that.
The big boy.
He's also got the titles the longest beard. Some people have been calling him Dusty. Because he hasn't been out. I call him Dusty because it's been like 6 months since I've actually fought on him. He has a kill streak. I have it written down. He's at 157 confirmed kills.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
I'm very proud of the big boy. In case you couldn't tell.
Yeah.
But I acquired the big boy through a deal that I had with 1337 at the time. So I noticed that during my playing hours when I was playing as a player, I could just go through Ravine whenever I wanted, and there'd be shrooms there, and like no one would be shrooming it because they'd all be like American time zones of that. So I was like, why don't I just take these shrooms? And well, yeah, like I DM'd Show and the others, and I was like, all right, how about this? I will take these shrooms, and as a consequence, that means I'll also be killing, Kook and Gaia and all that come to get the shrooms. It's a win-win in both situations, right? I get an Elder, and I'm a single player. A single Elder is easily killed if they really wanted to. Which is funny I say that because no one's managed to kill it yet.
Wow, 156
like a single Elder
kills.
is really easy to kill if they wanted to, but at the same time, I'm also defending the ravine, so that's how I got my Elder. I wouldn't recommend making that deal with big clan. Nah, like I'm an admin, so I have like special privilege of being able to talk to everyone. But like, only make deals like that with big clans if you're certain. So if this interview is getting seen by new players and like small clans, you've got to be careful with the politics of US1.
True.
They can get very messy.
True.
Like if you make a deal with 1337, every other clan will remember it.
No. True. All right, the next question is, when first learning how to fly as a juvie, how many times did you crash?
I play tested the original flight system. A lot. The original flight system was not perfect. It wasn't the best. More often than not, you'd crash because it's physics based, as you know, right?
Yeah.
So in the original flight system, they had the gravity wasn't quite tweaked yet. So sometimes if you turned a little bit too sharply, you would just rapidly start descending.
Oh my gosh.
Towards the ground.
Oh my god.
So crashing was very easy back then. Nowadays, though, I barely, if ever. I'm a lot better. I still do sometimes, but mostly it's because of my own idiocy.
Right. I feel like everyone does, and it's so fun to catch people when they're doing it, because then you can stare at them.
I have clips. I have clips of my clan members.
Yeah.
I will clip it and send it to my clan members. Like, look at this idiot, and they'll be like, "Oh, come on, you know I can fly." It's like, obviously not. Like, it's like sending it to them.
I'm actually currently editing a video. Oh, wow.
Oh, sorry. For context, I'm adminning right now, and I just watched an ASD corpse fly about 60 feet into the air into oblivion.
Wow, that is strange. I don't know what.
Well, it's just the physics engine going a bit nuts. On everyone else's screens, it's probably still on the ground, but on mine, it's decided to go airborne.
Oh, okay. All right. So I guess that makes some sense.
Yeah, it's a desync issue to do with the physics in your frames, actually.
Gotcha. All right. And the next question is, have you ever drowned in the lake?
On purpose or by accident?
On either.
I've been dropped in the lake by my own clan many times. I've yet to be harassed into the lake on a hatchling, which I suppose is for the best of the people who do it. I don't think they'd have a fun time if they did that to an admin.
Right.
As for have I ever done it by accident? Yes. I have a bad habit of alt-tabbing while flying.
Oh my gosh.
And I may have alt-tabbed and forgotten that I was just gliding on my way to Big Tree. On my admin account, by the way. And yeah, a player found me just in the middle of the lake swimming, and they were like, "Are you good?" And I was like, I literally just looked at them like, "I'm looking for meshes." Like, I was like,
oh my god,
slowly on my adult SS, paddling my way.
The whole
to the
reason
shore in the middle of the lake.
Yeah, the whole reason I decided to include that question is because I can't count the amount of times that I've been flying across the lake and seeing like adult dragons swimming out in the middle of the lake. And it cracks
the day
me
they
up.
introduce the air, the day they introduce like the air bar is gonna be
Oh
the
my
doom of
god!
so
Oh
many
my
people.
god! Yeah. That's gonna be terrible. Because I mean, oh gosh, that's gonna be the most embarrassing way to die. You're gonna see corpses in the lake.
No.
All right. What are you most excited about for the upcoming patch 1.0?
1.0? You want the admin answer or the player answer?
Whichever you can provide, both.
I'm really excited. This is gonna sound sick and sadistic. I'm really excited for the Sandslayer worm as an admin.
Ooh, yeah. Okay.
I just want to sit on the sand right? Because, okay, as an admin, a lot of players will just see you and then dive down and immediately attack you, right?
Yeah.
I know I'm not allowed to do this, but I just think it'd be funny if, like, I was just flying over the desert and I know where Pookie is and I know that there are people trying to, like, kill me and harass me as an admin. I just fly over the sand and just look behind me.
Oh my gosh. That would be great. Yeah, like instant karma.
Instant karma for trying to harass an admin.
Yep.
But no, like, honestly, I would never do that.
I know.
It's not only is it against admin code of conduct, but it's a funny thought that gets me through the day.
Yeah.
As for actual content, I'm really excited to see the new flight-based system. I especially like Bio's hover. I think it's going to be very interesting. But honestly, the big thing I'm looking for is how the dynamic is going to change. Sorry, I'm a bit of a nerd, so I'm about to go on a bit of a rant.
Absolutely.
But I'm really excited to see the dynamic of PvP. Like Blitz, IR, and Bio really are going to add a very unique aspect to the game. They're going to introduce elements that haven't actually been seen before. So you've got Bio's element is not plasma, as many people think it is. It's actually its own special element. It's its own thing. It's bioluminescent. Whereas lightning is actually something that hasn't been seen both in Kickstarter days and in like current. So it's like lightning is obviously very important because I'm not sure if you noticed this, but every single dragon has a specific resistance to elements, right? So you're in game as a Flamestalker right now. What's your lightning resist?
I would have to pull that up, huh?
You can just press I, yeah?
Yeah, let me see. I actually haven't looked at that, to be honest. Lightning resistance is A?
Yeah, no, not that. Your actual, so in the armor panel, the percentage.
Oh, I see. 11.5%.
Okay. So at 11.5%, if you get hit by lightning damage, whether it's so you've got your damage types, impact, pierce, and like so you got impact, pierce, and blunt, right? Which are kind of this like impact and blunt are the same thing, but they're different. And then you got crit versions of each one. So whether lightning is impact or pierce, that has its own damage, but on top of that, it's also going to have elemental damage. So that resistance tells you that 11.5% of that damage will get taken by your armor and not your health.
Oh, okay. All right. That's actually really interesting.
So yeah, that's why armor is important, which is why it's like IR is dying very fast on the test server because an acid spitter will just remove their armor. And then all of a sudden, all that damage is no longer blocked and it goes straight to health. So in comparison, as an SS sitting right next to you right now, I have 86% lightning resistance.
Oh, okay.
So Blitz is really like everyone who's like, oh, but Flamestalker is too oppressively powerful. Trust me, it's not. I've seen all the damage testing and things like that. Things are balanced. You've just got to trust in the system, and you've also just kind of like you can't play an ASD like an FS, right? Like you can't run in and just tank all these hits and things. Like you have to play for the class that dragon is designed to be.
Right.
Unless you're me and you do very silly things.
Yeah. I can't wait to see all the you gotta send me some pictures of like corpse tags when they start piling up. So I
can't send you a picture of corpse tags, unfortunately, because that would be breaking my NDA and revealing things that have happened. I can confess that my friends in particular, sometimes I see my friends die, and if their corpse tag is by itself with nothing else around it, I will DM them just a clipped picture of corpse of them, and I'll be like, I see your crimes, and they're like, no proof, and I'm like, it's right there.
Oh my god, that is great. I can't imagine being friends with an admin and that just DMs you to embarrass you with your corpse tag, because I die so much. You would be DMing me all day.
I don't do it that often. I do it if they die in a very silly way. Like, one of my friends was just chilling at the baby hatchling pond. And then, like, they went AFK. They literally sent me a DM, and the DM was, going AFK, I guess just laugh if I die. And I was like, bet. And I was sitting next to them, and a player came up, and it was just, like, typical of players. They, like, come up and they just bite me to, like, test if I'm in super or not. And my friend was just sleeping between my front paws, being all cute for a screenshot, and they just died.
Oh my god.
Immediately.
I've died from starvation. And I'm not proud of it. I am not proud of it.
Oh no.
And it was on an adult 18A stat FS.
Oh, FS is understandable. That's
FS, they are black holes. Their stomachs are black holes. But I still was really embarrassed. At the time, we really needed that FS, and I died from starvation out of all the things.
You want to make you feel any better? YDCA, my clan on 87. Our first ever A Bloodline FS, months and months and months ago. Our first ever A Bloodline FS was starved to death by one of my own TCs.
Oh my god!
I'll never forget. Just in VC, I'm dead, and we were just like, "What? How did you die?" And they were just like, "Well, I gave all my bugs to the hatchlings," and I was like, we can make more hatchlings. We can make more hatchlings. Why did it's like his dragon at the time was so integral because we were still learning the breeding system. Like his dragon was so integral, and he just starved it to death.
Oh,
I'm not gonna name drop the poor man.
No,
man.
I honestly,
we've never let him forget it.
I feel like we all do have something like that, where like we've done something really kind of like goofy, and we regret it.
You want to know what mine is?
Yeah.
You know what mine is? My clan will never let me forget. Our first ever 18A SS hatchling. First ever. I incinerated it by accident. It was pure. I can explain, okay? So one of my TCs, like me, has 2 computers and multiple accounts, so we can nest ourselves in and do our breeding amongst ourselves, right? Their computer is not the strongest one, and it couldn't handle the rendering of FS flames. So the computer crashed when I started flaming, and the hatchling immediately died from Elder FS flames. It was like 2% old.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
They'll never let me forget it.
That is so funny. I wouldn't let you forget it either.
Every time one of my hatchlings is born, I have to keep it away from my TC. I'm like, don't go near it. And they're just like, you owe me an 18A. I'm like, no, listen.
Oh my god, that is so funny. Alright, we're at our last question.
Our last question.
Alright, last question. If you could provide any tips for new or future players of Day of Dragons, what would you tell them?
This is a loaded question. First of all, there's a thing in the chat where if you put @A space and then type there, only an admin can read that.
Oh.
But also your dragon makes no sound. So you can contact an admin quietly. You don't need to say it in global. You don't need to forcibly add us to group. You can just @A us and we will see it and we'll do our best from there. Like, yeah, there you go. So I can see that. I can't respond to you, but like I can see that you've sent that to me, and if I need to, I'll invite you to group, or like I'll talk to you if I need to in global.
Does that
like you'll see me occasionally in global say person in @A, comma, and then I'll answer it.
Oh, does that? Oh my god. Okay. And does that go to if there's multiple admins on one server?
Every admin.
Oh my goodness.
So sometimes if you see admins sitting next to each other being suspiciously quiet, we're talking to each other in @A.
Oh my god. That's so cool. I actually did not know that. I've been playing for about a month, right? I'm still learning stuff every day.
Yeah.
So
a lot of people
glad you
don't
told me
know.
that.
It's unfortunate because like I went through a stage where like I was like every now and then I'd be like a reminder that you can do this, like trying to like do my best to like inform the community, by the way, this is a thing.
Yeah.
But I learned my lesson because I ended up getting people who would just use @A for no reason. Other than just like harass me. And obviously that's not good. So like @A should only be used for admin business. I don't care about the people like there's a person who like they used to send me penguin facts in @A. Every time they logged in, they'd send me a new penguin fact. I miss them. I miss them horribly. But that was back when I did 77 admin hours per week, so I used to see them all the time. But now my admin hours are a little bit more scattered. As for other tips, for new players specifically, don't join a clan for the sake of joining a clan. I know that this is contradictory, but I have an incredible hatred for clans. I'm sure many people know this. I don't hate clans like, oh, I don't walk around being like, 1337 sucks, or FTC's horrible. Like, no, I don't care about that. I don't care about politics. I mean, like, I don't like clans who are clans for the sake of drama and politics. So YDCA is a dictatorship. Everything is handled off of votes. And the reason why is because we're just one big friend group. Because even if our entire clan, I'm gonna be arrogant here, somehow impressively, if someone managed to wipe YDCA from the top spot of AU7, we'd still have fun because that's just us, right? If we all were to get murdered and lose all our elders, first of all, I'd have many questions. Second of all, great, now we can play together and have fun, grow elders again, do some nests. To us, it's just a part of the game. Whereas on many servers, especially the US1 community, I just see so much toxicity, right? There's so much no one's friends. It's like a military, and honestly, I think that ruins the game for so many people.
That's very true, and that's actually really good advice.
Don't join a clan just to have numbers. Just play with your friends.
Right, have
Find
fun.
a group of people you have fun with no matter what. If you die and they laugh, there you go, right?
Yeah.
If you die and they tease you for that for the rest of your life and you think it's also funny, there you go. Find a group of friends. Don't just join, don't be I want to join a big clan because that way I can enjoy the game and cheese through it, or because I'm gonna be honest, they're not gonna help you, right? Even in big clans, you can put out oh my god, I'm getting attacked in Ravine. No one's gonna come and help you unless they know who you are, right? And if you're the new person to the clan and you don't have any friends, no one's gonna come and help you, right? So it's not fulfilling to just join a clan for no reason. As for actual gameplay tips, follow all 10 official rules. Second of all, flying, wait until you're at least 30% juvie. And there is actually a specific method. I can demonstrate it here for you in game if you want, but there's actually a specific method that you're supposed to follow when flying. There's no tutorial for it, but it's supposed to be the correct way of taking off and the correct way of landing. That many people actually don't know how to take off and land properly, and that leads to a lot of false flight glitch reports. Yeah, so a lot of people have sent in reports and gone, that's a flight glitch, when in reality, well, you took off facing a redwood tree. And by hitting A directly after taking off, you've got no momentum and you've lost. It's a physics-based flight system, so you have to think, could a plane do that? Right? If a plane couldn't move like that, it's not going to happen.
That's actually really interesting to think of, because now I'm wondering if a lot of the, quote-unquote bugs that I thought I caught were actually just me not doing it correctly.
Well, yeah, there's a lot of things you see as an admin. So flying, take your time. Think about what you're doing, take your time. The flight system should feel natural. I know that a lot of people don't have the instinct for flying. I was a pilot in the military, so I've got a little bit of extra physics-based knowledge on people, but you kind of want to be able to feel natural with it. If it doesn't feel like a natural movement, then maybe don't do it.
Stick to ASDs.
Well, even the ASDs, so turning on ASDs, if you go down the agile path, turning is actually faster because banking, so ASD flight is actually its sprint. So the turning during an ASD sprint, you'll actually see the ASD's entire body turn sideways,
right?
Like a motorcycle on a tight corner.
Yeah.
Which is actually a part of its individual flight system, but they don't have wings. But yes.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, because I have played ASD. It's one of the newer ones I played because I actually bought the DLC after I, was playing the game. And I noticed that they kind of lean to the side when running. And I didn't know though, because I saw the stats for agility and I saw it mention flight, and I assumed it had nothing to do with an ASD. So I've never actually put it into agility.
It's so in agile you've got increased flight bank rate. That's your turning. So in ASD, that's how fast you turn. And then flight deceleration doesn't really matter for ASD because kind of once you release shift, you kind of just stop. But that's mostly flight specific for braking, which ASD doesn't have.
Oh, okay. That's interesting. So I'll actually keep that in mind for the future because, I don't know, I guess when I first read it, I just didn't connect the dots and think, oh, that could mean turning for ASD. And I assumed it was only for, flying dragons, yeah.
I guess in terms of other tips for new players, very new players, press and hold F and hold it until the lines appear or until the animation starts again. A lot of people think that you just kind of press F and that's the sniff, and that is incorrect. They get the first sniff and they kind of assume, oh, there's nothing near me.
Yeah.
Apart from that, there's really no other gameplay or social things that I can really suggest to people. I have plenty of tips for players who've played the game for long enough to do PvP and things like that. But for just for new players, just an easy start. Take your time learning how to fly. If you learn it the right way the first time, it becomes muscle memory and you're good to go.
Right.
But if you learn it like the wrong way initially, it's going to be really hard to try and improve, especially when you're trying to get better at like PvP in the air. Like a lot of the advanced maneuvers, you really have to know how the flight system works. Or the fact that flames can actually incinerate plasma shots and ASD bile.
What?
So if you have an ASD and an SS fire directly at each other, and the shots hit each other midair, they disintegrate each other.
Oh my god.
Which is why sometimes you'll see ASDs running directly at an SS, and they fire a bile shot to counteract the bile the SS shoots, and then bile bite the SS.
Oh my god.
It's advanced PvP, but like it makes such a big difference. Like an FS, like I'll start breathing fire before an ASD even comes towards me because I'm going to incinerate the acid it's launching at me.
Oh my god. So if they shoot, if you are aiming and you're shooting your laser beam fire, if it comes into contact with one of their plasma shots, it disintegrates it?
It disintegrates it. Plasma is a bit of an iffy.
Yeah.
But acid, yes. You incinerate acid, incinerate, not disintegrate.
Okay.
Incinerate acid. Acid kind of neutralizes plasma, and plasma kind of neutralizes acid. I can't say I've confirmed SS. I've never had an SS fire directly at my mouth as an FS.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
So I can't directly confirm that one, but I can confirm with ASD, SS, and FS.
That is so interesting.
That's really trying to get our attention.
That will
I don't
make.
think it realizes I'm an admin.
Wait, what? Who? What?
There's a hatchling biting at the bottom of the rock, trying to get our attention. They've been going for about 2 minutes.
Wow. Very.
It happens very often.
Trying to figure out a word. I didn't want to say stubborn because that sounded mean.
They probably want to die. Either that they know that I'm an admin and they just want to get my attention, or alternatively, they think that I'm a random adult and they're asking to die because they can't see the admin tag from down there.
Oh.
But no, it happens quite often.
Please don't bite me. Okay. But yeah, thank you so much for doing this interview. I really appreciate that you actually let me
I'm
do
glad.
this.
Sorry for waffling on a bit.
No.
If you have any other questions, feel free to ask them. I'm happy to answer any.
Yeah, no, I actually really like when people kind of get more in depth with their answers because kind of, gives better perspective. And, once you start talking, it's easier to be more like incredibly genuine about everything you're saying. So definitely.
Oh yeah, I'm a very open admin when it comes to things. I'm more than happy to tell people, yeah, you're an idiot. You went wrong there. But here's how you can improve. Well,
we need people
I have
like
a very
that,
Australian mindset. Like my Australian mindset. In Australia, you kind of just go, well, you're an idiot.
Right.
Well, we wouldn't use those words. I'm just not going to swear for this one. But like,
well, you need people...
you're an idiot.
Yeah.
And you kind of tease them for being an idiot. But then while you're teasing them for being an idiot, you're like helping them fix it and you put them back up again.
Exactly. It's tough love.
But like, what's important in the end is that you help them be better.
Right. Exactly. We need people to do that. Otherwise, we just keep failing.
So yeah. If anytime you have a question, I know you said it'd be nice to have an admin as a friend. I like to consider myself at least somewhat a nice acquaintance to have.
Yeah, of course. No, you're very
just
pleasant.
DM me anytime with
a
question.
Yeah, I'll definitely. I'll keep you on my list. If I have any questions, I'll reach out to you. If I ever do anything like this again, too, I'll let you know. Okay.
Of course. If this does go on a YouTube video, please ping me with that. Just DM me that link, please.
Of course.
Just so I can watch it and kind of measure my response to people being like, "Is this you?" And I'm like, "Ah."